Imagine coming home to find your sanctuary turned into a chaotic circus, strangers cannonballing into your brand new pool. Your grill hijacked for greasy burgers. And the HOA queenpin sipping wine like it's her kingdom. What started as a brazen backyard takeover ended with her empire crumbling in a storm of receipts and regrets. Alex Thompson had always been the quiet type in Willow Creek Estates. That picture-perfect slice of American suburbia where manicured lawns hid a web of petty tyrannies. He'd moved there 3 years back. Chasing the dream, a cozy split level with a backyard oasis for his wife, Mia, and their son, Tyler. The pool was their pride, saved for, skimped on vacations for, finally installed last spring. But in Willow Creek, peace came with strings attached. Courtesy of the Homeowners Association and its iron-fisted president, Brenda Hargrove. Brenda was the epitome of polished poison, mid-50s. Yoga-toned. With a smile that could slice bread and a knack for quoting community standards like scripture. We're all in this together, she'd coo at meetings. Her pearls gleaming under the fluorescent lights. While finding folks for flower beds that dared to bloom off schedule. That Friday evening, Alex pulled into his driveway earlier than usual. The hum of his hybrid fading as distant bass thumped through the air like an unwelcome heartbeat. He frowned. Stepping out, cars crammed along the curb. A golf cart wedged against his mailbox. The gate he'd padlocked that morning swung wide open. "What the?" he muttered. Pushing through. The backyard was a war zone of fun, 40-odd neighbors splashing in his pool. Kids screeching on inflatables. Adults sprawled on his teak loungers with solo cups sloshing. Smoke billowed from his grill. Some guy flipping patties like he owned the joint. And there, reigning supreme by the deep end, stood Brenda. Sunglasses perched on her nose. Clipboard in one hand. A stemless wine glass in the other. She spotted him and waved like a pageant queen. "Alex. You're home early." "Perfect timing, we're just kicking off the annual neighborhood splash bash. Your setup here is ideal for fostering unity." Alex blinked. His keys digging into his palm. "My pool? This is my yard." "Brenda. What the hell?" She tilted her head. That saccharine smile unwavering. "Oh. Sweetie. Per section 4.2 of the covenants. Properties with visible recreational features fall under shared amenity guidelines. It's all about equity, your pool's practically begging to be communal." A kid cannonballed nearby, splashing water onto Alex's shoes. His son's favorite flow-a-tie bobbed sadly. Deflated and trampled. Brenda sipped her wine. "Don't fret, we'll tidy up. Community first. Right?" Alex felt the bile rise but swallowed it. He nodded stiffly. Retreating inside where Mia waited. Wide-eyed. "They're using our stuff like it's public property," she whispered. Tyler peeked out. Confused. Alex ruffled his hair. "It's okay, bud. Just a misunderstanding." But inside, his mind sharpened like a blade, observing. Cataloging every splash. Every laugh at his expense. By morning, the tidy-up was a joke. The pool resembled a murky swamp. Littered with wrappers. Half-eaten hot dogs bobbing like drowned regrets. Loungers sticky with spilled beer. One cracked from some drunk's flop. The lawn churned to mud from dumped coolers. And Tyler's handmade birthday sign, Tyler's Epic 10. Ripped and soggy in the flower bed. Mia gasped. Hand to mouth. They trashed everything. And look, a notice on the door. Alex peeled off the envelope, Willow Creek HOA, event contribution invoice. As host property. Your share for supplies and maintenance, $350. Payable within 7 days for continued good standing. Mia snorted bitterly. Host? We weren't even invited. Tyler tugged Alex's sleeve. Dad. Can we still swim for my party? Alex knelt, forcing a smile. We'll fix it. Champ. But his eyes hardened as he surveyed the wreckage. Whispers had already started, neighbors avoiding his gaze. One muttering. Heard Alex is antisocial. Hoarding that pool. Brenda's doing. No doubt. Spinning the narrative on the community Facebook group, grateful for generous hosts like the Thompsons, true community spirit. Alex didn't rage. He brewed coffee, booted up his laptop, and started a file, HOA anomalies. He snapped photos of the mess, logged the invoice, and whispered to Mia. They're painting me as the villain. Fine. I'll play the long game. That afternoon, he hit the hardware store for a new lock and a discreet trail cam, nothing flashy. Just enough to watch the watchers. The whispers grew fangs over the next weeks. At the grocery store, Mrs. Patel from down the block averted her eyes. Heard you're causing trouble, she murmured once, glancing around. Brenda says you're not a team player. Alex smiled thinly. Team player? Like letting strangers trash my yard? She shuffled away. The HOA app pinged daily, reminders for enhanced community sharing protocols. Then came the fines, $50 for non-compliant gate aesthetics, another for pool visibility obstructing neighborhood harmony. Brenda's emails dripped honeyed venom, Dear Alex. We're all about fairness. Your reluctance to share erodes our values. Let's chat, coffee on me? He ignored them, instead poring over the HOA bylaws online, cross-referencing with state laws. Mia worried. They're isolating us. Tyler's friends aren't coming over anymore. Alex squeezed her hand. That's the point, make us the outcasts. But I've got timestamps on every violation. One night, after Tyler's bedtime, a shadow flickered by the fence. Alex checked the cam, Brenda herself, peering over, clipboard in hand, jotting notes. He saved the footage, adding to his growing dossier. At the monthly meeting in the stuffy clubhouse, Brenda beamed from the podium. Folks, unity thrives when we embrace sharing. Kudos to those contributing spaces, like the Thompsons. Even if unintentionally. Snickers rippled. Alex sat silent in the back. Recorder app running. A retiree. Mr. Ellis raised a hand. Isn't that trespassing? Brenda chuckled. Oh. Harold. It's progressive policy, evolving with our needs. Equity over ego. Alex bit his tongue, but noted her evasion. Afterward, she cornered him. Alex. Darling. Resistance is so unbecoming. Pay the invoice, join the fold. He met her gaze evenly. Equity. Huh. Funny how it only flows one way. Her smile faltered for a split second, gotcha. Back home, he emailed an anonymous tip to the county auditor, suspected HOA fund misuse for private events. Attachments, photos. Bylaw snippets. Her peeping footage blurred just enough. Tension coiled like a spring in Willow Creek. Late-night cars idled at the clubhouse, Brenda's emergency sessions, no doubt plotting damage control. Neighbors grew jumpy, the Patels left cookies on Alex's porch with a note, sorry for the cold shoulder. She's scary. Alex nodded thanks but stayed vigilant. The fines escalated, $200 for unapproved surveillance equipment after his cam caught another snoop. Brenda's group posts amped up, Beware divisive elements threatening our harmony, report suspicious behavior. Mia fumed. They're turning everyone against us. Alex printed the posts. Filing them. Good. Let her overplay. He recruited quietly. Ellis slipped him old meeting minutes showing padded expenses, Brenda's community wine tastings billed as admin costs. A board insider. Jittery accountant named Greg. Knocked one evening. I can't take her anymore. She's cooking books to fund these events. Greg handed over USB, duplicate invoices. Funds siphoned to her consulting firm. Alex arched a brow. Why now? Greg shrugged. You didn't fold. Inspired me. Alex copied it all. Murmuring. Her unity is just a Ponzi scheme in pastels. The county responded, audit scheduled. Brenda's facade cracked, frantic emails begging voluntary contributions for legal defense. At a pop-up meeting. She ranted. Voice pitching high, certain residents are undermining our sacred covenants. We must stand firm. Alex attended. Silent. As Greg subtly nodded. Whispers spread, is she embezzling? Brenda shot glares his way. Her poise unraveling into paranoia. Alex. If you're behind this witch hunt. He smiled mildly. Me? I'm just following the rules, you know. Equity. The auditors descended on a crisp Tuesday. 2 suits marching into the clubhouse with briefcases like guillotines. Brenda rushed out. Hair askew. Forcing a grin. Gentlemen. Welcome. Coffee? They waved her off. Diving into ledgers. Alex watched from afar with Mia. Heart steady. Inside. Voices rose, Brenda's protests, that's a misunderstanding. Community spirit isn't fraud. But the math didn't lie, $5,000 event supplies traced to her personal Amazon hauls. Pool party costs billed back to victims like Alex. Greg testified quietly. Handing over duplicates. Neighbors clustered outside. Murmuring. She charged us for her own wine? By afternoon. The report draft leaked, misappropriation confirmed, recommend dissolution. Brenda emerged. Face flushed. Cornering Alex on the sidewalk. You slimy ingrate. This is your doing, hoarding that pool like a miser. He crossed his arms. Hoarding? Or protecting from thieves in committee chairs? She sputtered. I'll sue. You'll regret, an auditor interrupted, Mrs. Hargrove. We need you downtown. Her eyes bulged. That queenly smirk twisting into shock. The crowd watched. A mix of schadenfreude and relief rippling through. Ellis clapped Alex's back. You nailed her. As they led her away. Brenda wailed. But it's for the community. Alex whispered to Mia. No. It was for her throne. In the aftermath. Willow Creek exhaled. The interim board refunded fines. Shredded Brenda's sharing protocols. Tyler's party went off without a hitch, neighbors showed. Apologetic. Bearing gifts. Sorry we believed her BS, one said. Alex shrugged. Fear's a hell of a drug. Brenda faced charges, embezzlement. Trespass, her empire reduced to court dates and frozen assets. The neighborhood bloomed anew. Sans petty tyrants, barbecues voluntary. Not mandated. Alex sat by the pool one evening. Mia beside him. Feels real now, she said. He nodded. No more masks. But as stars twinkled. He pondered the irony, Brenda's downfall from her own overreach. A Chambine punchline to suburban absurdity. So, viewers. Was Alex the hero for exposing the rot? Or just another disruptor in a harmonious system? Drop your takes below. Who's the real villain when rules become weapons?